Hey everybody, welcome to the Christmas Challenge 2019 live webinar. It's never too early to start. So today is basically in Canada, it's the first day of school. So I'm pretty pumped because I actually get my home office back to myself. Wife's at work, kids are at work and daycare. It is lovely in the house right now. Super quiet and I'm enjoying every second of it. Anyway, first things first, can you hear me and see my screen? Just give me one in the chat box if we're good to go. Awesome. Right on. Yeah, I love that we got a bunch of people out today too. It's the first day after Labor Day, so that's pretty cool. Thanks for coming. I totally appreciate it. And let me know, where are you located? So type your location just in the chat box right now, just so I have an idea of where you're coming from. I'm in London, Ontario, Canada, as most of you know, which is 2 hours from Detroit, about 2 hours from Toronto. So we have Dallas, PA, Dallas, Pennsylvania. Oh, cool. I didn't know there was a Dallas in Pennsylvania. Right on. Wisconsin, Victoria, BC, Buffalo, New York. No, I don't need any bark and hail. I put the two dogs outside for this webinar so they wouldn't be barking in the background. But thank you. Arizona, San Jose, California, Bangalore, India. Nice. Named after the relative of Dallas, Texas guy. Wow. Very cool. All right. So we have, wow, India, United States, Canada. Awesome. Love it. All right. So again, thanks for coming on. I've got lots of stuff to show you. These are all brand new slides that I've taken the past 3 days to put together because the old presentation was getting a little bit crusty. So I wanted to put something new together for you. So you'll notice a bunch of changes and this is all pretty much new stuff. So what are we going to cover? 3 things. What to sell, my bread and butter for the past several years for the Christmas season and other seasons as well. And I know it's early, but we need to get it ready to go because if we start selling stuff now, then when Black Friday, Cyber Monday rolls around at the end of November, we have a list and we can email that list a gigantic discount on pretty much every product that we've ever listed. So that will just be a huge revenue bump. And I don't want you guys to miss that. So don't think it's too early. I mean, I'm pretty sure Costco and Walmart would have Christmas stuff up right now, but they had to put up the back to school stuff first and then Halloween, and then they'll get to Christmas. But if you notice, as soon as Halloween's over, that Christmas stuff goes up right away. So we're going to actually beat them to it. So number 2 is how to sell it, and think of the good old gifts and greeting cards because it's Christmas. So people are going to give gifts. So that's kind of been my bread and butter too. And number 3 is how to ensure success. This is not what you think. This is different. This is new. And so who is this for? It's for the following people. People who are starting out online with print on demand and paid traffic. People maybe who have tried it in the past but failed. People who just need some inspiration. People who need some motivation. People who need some accountability. I find with the people that I coach one-on-one, accountability is the biggest part and mindset of what we do because the technical side can be learned, but the emotional side and the mindset side is very difficult to conquer on your own, right? This is also for people who don't quit at the first sign of trouble, right? You're going to run into speed bumps. You just have to drive over them. And it's also for people who just want to connect all the dots. There's a lot of moving parts with this stuff. So who's it not for? Negative people, the finger pointers, it's your fault this didn't work. Quitters, the people with bad attitudes, and all around unpleasant people that you don't really want to be around. That's who it's not for. So if you fall into that category, it's probably not going to be for you. But you're here, so I'm sure that you are in the right place. And if you stay until the end, I do have something new for you. So before we begin, I usually like to introduce myself, and you guys have all heard the story about me and my history and what I've done and all that blah, blah, blah. This time, nope, I'm not doing that. If you want to know more, go to my site. Now, right now, the site has a registration for the webinar, but you can see the about section, the testimonial section, the group. You can see everything about me. You can just Google my name and find out about me, whatever you want to know. Instead, I want to show you who I am and how I operate. So I'm going to show you something, and you guys might be thinking, whoa, you might reel back a little bit, but I'm going to show you this because it does apply to what we're doing here. This has been my month so far. It has been horrible, and I actually forgot I left something off here. So number 1, my mom has COPD. She's 67 years old, smoked basically all her life, and now it's catching up to her. So she's on an oxygen tank now, but she spent a week in the hospital, and we basically thought she was going to pass on us. And it was very stressful and very awful. And it's been like 3 weeks since she got out, but she's doing better. But that was number one. Number two, my father-in-law passed away suddenly from a heart attack at his home. Devastating. He was like my dad. It sucked. I hate it. I'm still not over that one. I'll never get over that one. But I don't think you have to get over passing. I think you just learn to deal with the grief, basically. Number three, some jackass decided to break into my truck at 4:30 in the morning on a Saturday night about a week ago, and I had nothing in it. He just tore it apart, dumped everything from my glove box and my console, put glass everywhere. I had a $271 bill to fix that. Like, thanks for nothing. We even got the guy on video because my neighbor has a camera. And so we see him like in the night vision, but we can't do anything. The cops can't do anything. They're like, oh, that's nice. There he is. And they're like, can't do anything about it. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to get one of those Ring cameras with the floodlights on them, put them up on the garage and with a motion sensor. And I'm going to actually at least deter this from happening in the future. Number four, last Sunday, not this Sunday, but the one before that, I sprained my MCL in a baseball game and I'm currently on crutches. So that's wonderful. I've been hobbling around for a little over a week now. Number five, working from home when your wife is a teacher and kids are home for the summer is very difficult. It's not easy. Number six, I haven't worked out in 2 weeks. And it's driving me nuts. That's my stress relief. And I actually forgot to put it, but number seven, found out I have a gallstone. So I have the option of getting my gallbladder removed. Wonderful, right? Isn't this awesome? What a wonderful month it's been so far. Pretty crappy, right? Now, why the heck would I start with stuff like that? Am I crazy? Why don't I just go into the usual, introduce myself, the story, and all that? Well, because I want you guys to know. The point is that life is going to throw you curveballs. And I always say one thing to my kids: it's not the problems that matter. I mean, they're there. It's how you deal with them that matters. Okay, so yes, problems are going to happen, but you can look at the bright side, and that'll help you get through the problems. We all have problems in our life. Nobody's life is perfect. My mom, she's recovering now. And it was actually a wake up call that helped because now she's actually walking at least once or twice a day. She's trying to get her stamina built up again. She's trying to get off the oxygen tank. The doctors don't think she's ever going to be off it, but she quit smoking finally after 50 years of or 40 years of smoking, however long she smoked. She finally quit for real. Like, she lied to us for years about that. Finally quit for real. My father-in-law, it sucks. It's awful. I hate it. It sucks for my kids. Sucks for my the family. Everybody. Sucks for his wife, my mother-in-law. But the good part, the bright side is he always said he would leave his home on a stretcher, and he did. He never wanted to move from his home. He lived out on Lake Superior, on this big rock up on a hill, and it was a year-round home, and it was beautiful. And he said he never wanted to leave that. He only suffered for a moment. It was not a good moment, but he left the world exactly how he said he wanted to. And that, I think, is the bright side of that whole awful ordeal that we're never really going to get over. My truck window is fixed. Okay, whatever. It's broken, it's fixed. Problem solved. And I made a new friend at the garage. He actually tore his ACL, and he was telling me some great stories about how great he used to get around on crutches, and he can't play sports anymore, but he just is an armchair quarterback like me. And he said, if it's an MCL, it's a little bit better. You don't have to worry about it. Also, my knee is recovering. I actually went yesterday and I walked from like my office to the bathroom without crutches, and I was pretty excited about that. So I'm recommitted to dropping some weight and getting back in shape again because it's basically an old man who's overweight injury. That's what this this injury is for me. 44 years old, shouldn't have happened, but it did. I'll be back to the gym next week, no problem. I also have the option of getting my gallbladder removed if I have another attack. So that's a good thing. So all these things have a silver lining. Why tell you this? Because it applies to business too. All right. Every choice you make shapes your perception of reality. So yeah, I had a lot of crappy stuff happen, and I can sit there and feel sorry for myself, and I can wallow in self-pity, or I can change it, and I can look at the bright side, and I can move forward. And you can do that too. You can change anything you want in your life, which is why you're here. And maybe you've missed a Christmas buying season in the past, but you're not going to this time because you're here. And that's why I put together the Christmas Challenge 2019. More on that later. Let's get into the training. Today, we're going to cover three things, and then I'm going to make you an offer. It's a new offer at the end. Number one is what to sell. Now, can you guys guess? I kind of gave it away on the registration page, but I like to go back to basics, go back to my roots, go back to what I know, go back to what's made me quite a bit of money and I'm very good at, and that is necklaces. They are my favorite print on demand product by far. I like hoodies, I like t-shirts, I like mugs. I even like blankets lately, but necklaces, man, they do so well. So I know it's like you guys are probably sick of hearing this from me, but man, they work awesome. So why necklaces? Because they're great gifts to give. That's why. So I've been coaching people a lot and they seem to want to take the angle of buying it for themselves when they're promoting a necklace. Like the person who they're promoting to is going to buy it for themselves. And I always try and shift them into the gift angle because we'll get to that in a sec. But the gift angle, as you guys know, works really well. So why, if it ain't broken, no fix it, right? So if you want to see a few examples, I went to my favorite place and I found a few and you can get some inspiration from these. Don't ever copy these, but I mean, this is an old one that we've all seen. To my son, it's kind of a God one. As God loved his only begotten son, I will love you, protect, and encourage you. So that's pretty cool. But I was blown away at that. Like 24,181 units sold. It's at listed at 27.95, which means it's about $20 revenue per sale. So that little necklace produced like $483,620 in revenue. I figure about half that was Facebook ad costs. This is not mine, by the way. So that's about $241,810 in profit on one necklace. That's more than most people make in a year. Well, that's more than like 90% of the population makes in a year. What I like about this, I love the profit. I love the gift angle. And I love the greeting card format. Okay, can you do this? Why not? Why can't you? Number two, here's a daughter one. Daughter's like my biggest niche ever. So this one sold 14,460 units. It's priced at $34.95, which means about $28 revenue per sale. So $404,800 revenue, $80 revenue, 50% ad cost, give or take. Could be more, could be less. About $202,000 in profit. Huge, right? From one little thing with a saying that we've probably seen all over the place and we never thought to really focus on it. So we're always trying to come up with new quotes and new sayings, but sometimes if you take the old stuff and you recycle it into a new variant, a new design, man, that works even better. So what I like about this again, the profit, the gift angle, the greeting card format, and can you do this too? Why can't you? Why not? It's not can you do this? It's why can't you do this? Here's the other one. I love this one too. This is to my wife. Now it doesn't have the love your husband part, but I think when you're in the wife niche, you don't really have to worry about that because like obviously it's for my husband if you're promoting it to a wife. So 11,503 units sold. Again, the gold, they priced this one at $34.95, which gave them about $28 revenue per sale, 322,000 revenue. Split that in half. It's about $161,000 profit. Again, that's more than 80% of the population makes at their job on one little stinking necklace, right? Again, I like the profit. I like the gift angle. I love the greeting card format. And I think you can do this too. So there's a couple examples. How much did those make? Have you been adding them up? What's total? Is it over or under a million? What do you think? Let me know. Yeah. 1,210,584 in revenue on three. That if you take the profit of half that, $605,000 profit. That's pretty amazing. Could you live on that? I think so. If you break it down, assume that's in a year. I think that's over a year for these ones. But here's a revenue: 100,000 per month, 3,300 per day. The profit would be like half that, so about 50,000 per month. So you'd be pulling in about 1,600 per day. The ad spend is where people get scared. They're like, wow, they spent like 50,000 a month to produce that. That's about 1,600 per day. Jeez, man, yikes! I can't spend that. 1,600 per day. That's insane. People do that though. You don't. You don't have to start that big. In fact, I encourage you to start smaller. What you want to do is gain confidence first. That's key. Mindset's key. It's an emotional roller coaster when you buy in traffic. You can't dive into 1,600 a day. There's no way. Your head would explode because it's too much to handle emotionally. The ups and downs, and you start the day down for $400 and you freak out and you pause everything. Can't do that. Gain experience, which means, start the day slow. It's going to picks up in the morning. Afternoon, you break even. Evening, you make a little bit more. That's experience. So you know that, it's not time to shut that down, right? Then you can bump it up. But I always do say, start small, like way small. Okay. I hope you're pumped. Are you pumped yet? Do you see what's possible? That's just 3 necklaces. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of examples of profitable necklaces out there that you can find right now just on a simple Google search. People are taking them now and they're listing them on Amazon and they're putting them for like way too cheap. But Amazon is the place you go where when you're looking too cheap. We don't care about that. All we care about is listing them on like Facebook where we're going to make some money. So let's move on to the second part now. And you might notice this presentation is a little bit shorter than the ones in the past because I don't want to keep you guys forever, right? Number 2, how to sell it. We need a strategy and a method. I'm going to be very clear on what both of these are. First, the strategy, the gift angle, and the greeting card style. Now, most of you know this, but I don't think you've ever seen it in black and white like this. So what is a gift angle? Simply means someone buys it for someone else. So our whole mindset from the get-go is finding something that somebody can give to somebody else as a gift. So we're going to target those people who are giving it, not the people who are receiving it. That's the gift angle. People love giving gifts, especially at what time of the year? Christmas. I mean, birthdays too, they love giving gifts. Anniversary, they have to give gifts. Notice I didn't say love, they have to. But Christmas, it's huge. I think in Canada, it's even bigger. I think in the US, Thanksgiving is a huge holiday, bigger than Christmas, but in Canada, it's reversed. Thanksgiving is smaller and Christmas is the biggest time of the year. People spend, I think the numbers were like $800, $900 per year each on just gifts that they're giving. I mean, in my household, it's a lot more, but I got a lot more kids. So let's make some necklaces that people can give as gifts. And all the examples shown use that gift angle. Pretty cool, right? Now, why did they do it? Obviously, because it works. The gift angle works, and the gift angle it can be applied to any niche as well. And I'm just taking one of my coaching students through that, and it's awesome. We've taken the gift angle and a niche, and we've kind of intertwined the two, and it works so cool. So say you're in the dog niche, and you're like, I put out dog necklaces before, and they just do not work. Really? Okay. Now spin it this way. Do a daughter necklace, but put a picture of a dog on it, like a cartoon of a dog. Then target people who are parents, dads who are parents, who like dogs, because odds are their daughters like dogs too. Now you've got the family niche, sub niche, family, and daughter and dogs, and now you've got a gift that you can give. If you're just doing up a dog necklace and you're putting a picture of a God knows what kind of breed and putting a funny saying on it and getting somebody to buy that for themselves, it's probably not going to work. When you shift your mindset a little bit and tweak it, use the gift angle with the niche, it works all of a sudden. So that's the gift angle. Next is the greeting card style. Think of how a greeting card is formatted. We all know this. Just go to Walmart, go to your local drugstore, wherever you get them, go online. There's 3 parts to it, and we plug in the variables depending on the niche. So the 3 parts are to my blank. Now this is wife, daughter, stepdaughter, granddaughter, son, stepson, mom, etc. And then we have a sentimental quote. The mushier, the better. Think tears, right? And then we close it off. The third part is love blank. So to my daughter, mushy quote, love dad. To my wife, mushy quote, love your husband. To my granddaughter, mushy quote, love grandpa. Like, man, it's just there's unlimited combos that you can do with this, right? The greeting card format works super, super well. And like I said, when you tie that in with a niche, man, it's even better because now you're getting into some very specific stuff and still a gigantic, you're actually expanding your niche a little bit. That's the style. Follow it and you're going to find winners. So what now, right? How do we sell these things? Well, it's traffic time. It's time to get eyeballs on our necklaces. And Facebook ads, there's a new method. I'm constantly experimenting because Facebook's constantly changing things. And I've got this rocket method that I've developed because why? Rockets launch in stages. Like think old school, like the Saturn V rockets where they have like the initial one to get them off the ground. And then once they're up there, that one drops off and then the next one ignites. And then that one drops off and then the next one ignites. And then they get to the moon and then they got like the lunar landing module that'll like burst off the moon, right? So they all go in stages, just like our campaigns. We need to launch these in stages. So think of it this way. Stage one is testing. Let's find the best audience, come up with 15 interests. This is all cold traffic, 15 broad interests. Test them in an ad set budget level campaign. So not the campaign budget optimization, the ad set for now. Let it run for 24 hours. Once complete, cherry pick the top 5 interests that got either an add to cart or a purchase, and then turn that campaign off. It only gets 24 hours. You can even schedule it with lifetime schedule. Okay. So after you're done that, now you've got your testing done. Hopefully you got a sale or two. Move to stage 2, which is launching. Take your 5 best interests, put them into a CBO, campaign budget optimization campaign. That means that you set one budget and Facebook determines how to allocate it amongst the ad sets. Completely different from the ad set budget level. So you set the daily budget as follows. Number of ad sets times your target cost per conversion equals your daily budget. So say you have 5 ad sets, what you do times $20, your target cost per conversion. That's $100 per day on this stage 2 campaign. Now remember, we tested this. We saw it's working. We cherry picked only the best interest here, so we know it's a winner. Okay, we're not going right to this stage. We're doing the testing stage first. Stage 3 is retargeting. This is where we mop everything up. So this is all our warm traffic. So we create custom audiences for the following: 1 day, 3 day, 7 day, 30 day, 18 day, viewed the page, viewed content. Then we create a 180 day added to cart and a 180 day purchase audience. That means it bought it. And then we're going to create 5 different ad sets, each targeting a different custom audience and excluding the purchasers. Each ad set in this retargeting campaign offers something different. Starts off with a reminder. The 1 day is a reminder. The 3 day is going to be maybe free shipping. The 7 day is going to be maybe 15% off. The 30 day is going to be maybe 20% off. Then the 180 day, maybe you're going to show them a carousel of other options that they can buy. Pretty cool, right? It works. It works very well. Because we're actually stepping up what we're offering them depending on how far out or what progress they made through this sequence. And we can create these and we can exclude these. It's very simple to do with the custom audiences in Facebook. Now, stage 4. We want to scale. We don't want to waste money now. So now remember in stage 2, we had our 5 best ad sets or 5 best interests. Out of those, we're going to have 2 or 3 that are going to be kicking butt. We're not going to touch that stage 2 campaign. Okay, we're going to create a new one, a scaling campaign, and we're going to take say we take our 2 best ad sets from stage 4, and we're going to set the budget as follows. 2 ad sets times your target cost per purchase times a scaling multiplier. So 2 times $20, that's what we're willing to pay to get a sale, and we make 30, say. So it's $10 profit per sale. Times 10, say our scaling multiplier is 10. That means that CBO campaign has a daily budget of $400 per day. Now remember, this is only running the best of the best. This is not testing, this is not launching, this is scaling. So now we continue just blasting out traffic to it with only the best of the best. And this scaling one is where we can make a ton of money. Now the stage 1, 2, and 4 campaigns, they all feed the retargeting campaigns, right? So you've got cold traffic, and then your retargeting is mopping it up. As you're ramping up traffic, your retargeting picks up pace even stronger, and all those different offers that you're making in the retargeting are going to turn into profits. It's like, I know you're probably sitting there going, whoa, that sounds complicated. And you know what? Facebook ads can be, but I just gave you the rocket method. If you go back through this, you go look through the replay, you'll love it. right? Now, what if someone out there could teach you in detail? I bet that would help. And that's how I got started online back in 2005. I found somebody to help me. But let's finish this off. It's time for the third part. Now, number 3 is how to ensure success. So wouldn't that be nice? And here's a reality check. This is not a simple thing that we're talking about. Okay. There are lots of moving parts, and it can be very complicated to figure out, just as it's kind of difficult to read this slide because I put it on a white background. I probably should have changed that color. You do need a couple of things before you can even start. So, requirements to succeed. You need an idea. Then you need an image. Then you need a place to upload it. Then you need a way to market it. Then you need a way to connect it to an email program. Then you need a way to set up that email system so that you're not only just sending out emails to existing buyers, but you're also getting ready for that Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal that's coming up where you're going to send out a nice big discount sequence. Then you need a way to track results, a way to test, launch, scale, a way to retarget. And this is something that most people don't do. You need a schedule to follow. So how do you do this? Well, you've got two basic options. You can take the easy way or you can take the hard way. Okay? I love this image. The hard way, go for it on your own. Take what you've just learned from me, try and reverse engineer it, try and figure out what everything does, how it works. Go for it. Go to YouTube. Search for selling products online with Facebook ads. And you're going to get the following. You're going to get different opinions, different styles, very outdated methods. You're going to get some shifty people. You're going to get tons and tons of different ways. And then you can go try each one on your own. Now you've got something, not the solution, but you've got something. It's called information overload. So now you have so many options that you just don't know where to start, which typically leads to overthinking and overanalyzing. So you do nothing and you go back to square one. And let me tell you, I've done this route in the past. I don't like it. Now, if I'm stuck on something, I literally go hire somebody to teach me, or I go buy a course or whatever I'll do just to get that golden nugget out of it. But I'm getting tired of wasting my time and money on my own, experimenting with a lot of different ways. That route stinks, and I don't suggest it for anyone. Instead, take the easy route. Learn from someone who's been there, done that, and has a t-shirt. So let's go back to 2005 for 1 second so I can show you what I did. So I'm working at TD Ameritrade. Took the night shift so I could search the internet to figure out how to make money so I could quit my job because I hated it. And I just want to spend time with my family. I wanted the freedom to sit here and be able to do a webinar at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday morning instead of being, dressed in a shirt and tie, going to work and sitting at a desk or a cubicle, taking phone calls, whatever I was doing. I hated it. Okay. So I found a mentor and he taught me all about my first business, which was generating secured loan leads online. Now that place is still up. It's called affiliatemarketingschool.com. I think there's hyphens in it. Anyway, I think he's still around. His name's Michael. Guy, like we had a falling out, but I still credit him with everything. Anyway, he showed me how to do this. He showed me how to get the leads, and then sell them to banks in the UK. Without him, I would still be at a 9-to-5 job. So I credit him with everything. Imagine you want to lose weight. What are you going to do? You're going to find someone to teach you how and hold you accountable too. Want to learn to scuba dive? Find someone to teach you how. You can't just go and rent scuba equipment and jump in a pool and hope you get it. I mean, even the first time I scuba dove, I guess is the past tense, I had a friend who actually had equipment and he took me out into the lake and he went down with me and he's like, okay, now when you get down there, remember to breathe. And I'm like, what? Of course I'm going to breathe. He's like, no, you'd be surprised because when people go underwater for the first time when they're scuba diving, they forget that you have this regulator in your mouth that's providing oxygen, and their mind is set to don't breathe underwater, so they don't breathe, and some of them pass out and have to be brought up to the top. And I'm like, you know what? That makes total sense. I never thought of that, and I wonder if I got down there and you didn't say that. I wonder if that would have been me. Because you think about it, your whole life, you dive underwater, you hold your breath, and then you come up and get another one. But with scuba diving, you go under, you can breathe under there. It's amazing. So you have to shift your mindset. Without him telling me that, I mean, logically, I would have figured it out, but still, that little thing, right? Want to learn to fly a plane? Just go to the airport and walk out on the tarmac and jump in a plane and fire it up and go. Yeah, right. Probably kill yourself. You don't want to do that. You got to find somebody to teach you how. This is no different. Find someone to teach you how, right? No matter what, the best way is to have someone teach you. It's also the best way to ensure success, by the way, which ties in nicely with the topic of this section. So, which brings me to the last part of the training. And you're probably looking at your watch going, whoa, that's only like 30 minutes. What's going on, Will? Told you, I don't want to keep you as long today. At the beginning, I said I had something new and different for you. And I do. I do have something new and different. But first, let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying it so far? I hope you're nodding your head yes. Do you think this stuff can work for you? Now, some of you may have tried it in the past. You're almost there. You just need a little push over the hump. So far we covered what to sell, and how to ensure success. So my question is, do you want to take it to the next level? Of course you do. That's why you're here. Introducing the Christmas Challenge 2019. So the info and methods I've shown today only scratch the surface, not even a dent to be honest. This is what it's all about, showing you the exact system to follow, watching me over the shoulder, step by step, in excruciating detail. I assume you know nothing. That way I cover everything. To find ideas, get them created, and sell them profitably. So what is it? It's training and support. Where is it? On the new PPC Coach members only forums. Now these are up and running, worked out all the bugs, they're ready to go. How much is it? A fraction of the cost of my previous boot camps. Fraction of the cost. Sound pretty sweet? It is. So here's what you get. This is a Christmas Challenge 2019, which is 3 live training webinars. Week 1 is research and setup. Week 2 is launching and tracking, an email. Week 3 is ad campaigns, more email. So there's also some get started videos before we get started with the challenge. So it's over the shoulder. You watch me do it. It's live training. If you can't make it, you can get the replay. Then you do it in your accounts. Usually I price this at about $1,000. All right. I'm not doing it this time. It is full training, step by step, into detail, but that's just the training. There's another aspect to it. Don't go at this alone. No need to fly solo anymore. So if you ever tried talking to someone about your online stuff, they're like, wait, that's what? I don't understand. You can literally see their eyes roll into the back of their head as they tune you out because they don't know what the heck you're talking about. My wife does that. Every time I start talking about my business, she's like, oh, that's great, honey. Good job. Are you making money? Yeah, making money. Okay, good. What's the solution? It's a group of people who speak your language. And that's what the second part is. It's access to the members only forums. So you're like, members only forums? Ooh, tell me more. Okay, I'm getting to it. So here's what you get. It's a members only forum. It's right on my site. It really looks great on mobile. That was a key for me because I do a lot of stuff on my phone throughout the day. It's available 24/7. You get support, you network with others, people who are in your shoes, people who will help you out, led by me. It's awesome. And it is as valuable as the training itself. So you get training and support. Does that sound pretty good? It's a ton of value for a dirt cheap price. So it's a combined value. That's wrong. Of whatever 997 times 2 is. I got to fix that. But I'm not charging that much, not even close. So it's not like $2,000. What's the cost? You're going to love this. And I've got 2 options available. Option 1, $49.99 per month. Charge every 30 days, cancel at any time. Option 2, $499.90 per year, charged every year. Basically, that means you get 2 years free. It's the equivalent of $41.66 monthly. So when you pay more upfront, you get 2 months free. Saves you money long term. You can cancel at any time. So buy it for a year, don't like it, cancel it. It's not going to renew. If you don't cancel, it's going to renew a year from now. But it's still cheaper because you're getting 2 months. It's a membership site. You can cancel at any time. But you're not going to want to cancel. So the thing about me is I do learn from my mistakes no matter how long it takes me. But I know with memberships, the key is you have to provide updates and updated content constantly to keep people engaged, to keep them motivated, and to keep them moving forward. So why are you not going to want to cancel? Because every 2 months, I'm launching another challenge right on the site. Here's the list. Okay, so September 2019 is Christmas challenge. Then we go November, number 2 challenge, because we're right smack dab in the middle of the frenzy right there. So I wanted to put 2 challenges for Christmas. It's the biggest time of the year. January 2020, Valentine's Day challenge happens on the site. March 2020, Father's Day. May 2020, Mother's Day. July 2020, wedding season. which I just ran one and it worked very, very well. This is for people who are like getting engaged, or even people that are, a lot of people get married in the summer, so his anniversary is coming up too. And the new ones just keep going every 2 months after this, basically every 60 days. The schedule just repeats all the way out. This is how I'm going to keep updating the site with new and fresh and up to date content. That it's the only way I could figure out to do it, really. So if I launch a course, it's great, but I got to update it in order to keep the dashboards the same. With this, it's automatic because as the dashboards change, that's when we're doing it, like real time. So in March of 2020, I guarantee the Facebook ads dashboard looks different. I bet you the Google ads dashboard looks different. Maybe there's another company that comes out in the print on demand world that's kicking butt and I want to show it to you. I will. So it's all live. It's the most up to date stuff you can get. And that's why you'll stick around. The key is constant updates and new challenges to keep you motivated. I basically built my business around the holiday seasons, honestly, because it works. It works so well. Are you in? I hope so. See that thing in the bottom right? ppc-coach.com/join. Go there, fill it out, get in there. How about a bonus? Now, this is a fast action bonus. Okay, there's only for the first 10 people. The first 10 people to purchase the yearly option get a 15-minute strategy call on Skype with yours truly. So let's chat. Let's see if I can help. Tell me what you're doing and I'll offer my advice. I know some of you are almost there and you maybe just need a push in the right direction, maybe one or two tweaks to what you're doing to get profitable. That's what it's for. So the first 10 that buy the yearly option get this. Okay, and I'll see it. I can see who you are, and I'll just email you and say, okay, what's your Skype? What time you want to do it? That is a warning, though. It's only for the first 10 who purchase the yearly option, so please act fast. Now, what is the guarantee? Simple. I guarantee this. If you do nothing, you're going to get nothing, okay? Nothing will change in your life. If your first question is, what's the refund policy? Then we're not a good fit. Your mindset's not right. If you take action, follow the challenge and future challenges, you're going to succeed. We're going to get you square. Now, what I'm saying is, if you want to change, then do it. Do something different. So if all this did was teach you how to sell necklaces online profitably, would that be worth it? I mean, it's 49 bucks. Of course it is. If all it did was give you support via the members only forums, would that be worth it? 100%. If it just saved you thousands of dollars trying to figure this out on your own, would that be worth it? Yep. So say you want to hit $10,000 per month. You've got two basic options. Option one, do it alone. Go to YouTube. Search for how to sell necklaces online. Find tons of conflicting info. Get confused, get overloaded, overthink it, second guess yourself, waste your time, waste your energy, struggle. Option two, let me teach you. Watch me do it. Replicate it with your accounts. Watch me on every dashboard. Know what buttons to push. Know what settings are best. Know how to set it up properly. Know how to manage it. Know how to scale it. Know how to connect the dots. Have the most up-to-date training you could possibly get, saving you time, saving you money, and making you happy. Which option do you prefer? I mean, it's a complete no-brainer, right? If you have any questions, fire me an email. What's the difference between now and later? Now you might be struggling, and later you won't. This is a limited time offer. Okay, the doors are going to close. It's not going to be available forever. Now, some common questions that I get all the time, and then if you have any on there, let me know. And I will, I only see one payment option on the monthly. Oh, okay. Well, let me fix that. Maybe I didn't activate it. Okay, so here's some common questions, and then I'll fix that. Hail, thanks for the heads up. Should be two in there. So why a membership site? So I did try and launch this on Facebook. It was so hard because I couldn't tell who had an active subscription and who didn't. Even the payment provider I used, it sucked. It was too hard. Yeah, I couldn't organize it properly, and I've been running boot camps on there. And even then, like, I mean, for kind of short-term stuff, it works very well. But when you want to pile in more and more and more, it just gets lost in the mix. So it's more organized versus a group. The other thing is, I'm getting really worried about building my business on Facebook. And there's a couple reasons why. Some people have really scared me about this, but I want to move stuff off of there. So move stuff off of there as in, the groups and the boot camps that I have, because it's scary to have them on there. If Facebook decides one day, oh, we don't like that model, we don't like you, boom, all my stuff's gone. And I'm sitting there going, oh crap, I need more control, which means a better program, which means I can sleep at night, which means I can do more. And it's basically the key for me too is it's got to be easy to view on your phone. So I've figured all that out. I've got it organized. I've got it back up and running. And this is me going back to my roots too, because this is where I started with this membership site. So how is it delivered? It's on the members only forums. It's via video to get you set up before the challenge, and then 3 live training sessions during the challenge, and then question and support throughout. And then between each challenge, you can keep updating too, because I even put a journal section in there. So what if I can't make a session? No problem. The replays will be posted right in the members only forums, available to view anytime. Okay. Now, when can I start? Right now, you can get instant access to the forums. Get started now. There's already stuff to do. Do I need a store? This is a question I'm already seeing in this. Not for this first challenge. Future ones will require it, but this one doesn't. I want to make sure I can provide something for everybody. When you join, you'll get to participate in those in the future too. There are rumblings that we're not going to need a store at all, period, but that hasn't come about yet. There's another print on demand company that's supposed to have a supplier that I really love, and I'm still waiting to get in there. So once I get in there, I'm gonna blow that place up, and then I'll be showing you guys how to do it too, so that you don't need a store. Because I don't like the customer service. It's the only thing I don't like about a store. Now, what if I don't get Facebook ads? I've tried all these stupid methods, none of them work. Well, no problem. That means you won't have any bad habits. That means I get a clean slate to start with, and it's a good thing. Or if you tried it in the past and it didn't work, that's a good thing too. Now, what about the next challenge you're talking about? So basically, you pay monthly or yearly, and you get in on all the challenges. As long as you're a member, you're in. Join once, get in on multiple. It's a pretty cool deal, right? Now, when are they? They're every 2 months. The schedule's in the membership. These are based around the holidays. We just keep doing them, which is how I've been running my business for years now. And that's kind of the secret sauce that nobody really talks about. Now, what daily budgets do I need? Well, you can start small and you can work your way up. Example, start at $10 per day. Take the training and apply it to your own budget. Do not scale until you've got a definite winner. All right. Now, what if I have more questions? Email me, send me a Skype message, go to the Facebook group, whatever you want to do. Okay, I'll leave that up for one moment if you want to jot any of that down. Did you join yet? Awesome. I hope to see you in the forums in a minute. If you haven't, I'm going to fix something here real quick because I've been told that one of my products is not available. So just bear with me. If you're still on the fence, here's a couple testimonials just while I do this. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay, forums, just fixing something. So get ready. Oh, it should be on there. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I'm showing it. Just sidebar. There's the $4.99. Annual and the monthly. So if you want that, select it, and then you can pay. Or the monthly. So it should be up there. If it's not, just send me an email, and I'll have a look. Could be a browser issue, but we'll get that sorted. So here's one, Mandy. I've known Will for a few years, have a couple of courses. You'll always learn something from him, whether you are at the beginning, intermediate, or advanced stage of your business. He teaches what is working for him now, and he teaches a simple, easy to understand way. I was able to implement one of his courses, and within the first lesson, made my investment back. Awesome. Oliver, I don't usually make public posts on Facebook, but feel I need to tonight. Will, you could be spending your time making money for yourself. True. Instead of creating such a great and insightful content, I truly believe you genuinely care and want to help people. You got me started with print on demand back in February. I'm already seeing great success. I've hit several bumps along the way, but just believe in yourself and you can do this. And you, oops, and you will. Take care. And then Chris, I've been following Will for nearly 3 years now to this day. I still think he's the best in the business when it comes to coaching print on demand and Facebook ads. I've purchased a couple of his courses in the past, and they've been great. Everything he teaches has been battle tested and proven, so you can trust the strategies he shares. Definitely follow this guy, you won't regret it. Want to see more testimonials? Go to my new testimonial page. So PPC Coach / testimonials. I got some videos. I got a bunch of images, and then I've got one from like way back in the day. But you can see I've got quite a few. So this is not my first rodeo. I've been doing this for quite a while. If you want more, go there and see them. Now, what happens after you order? Well, you get immediate access to the forums. Want to see them? Okay, let's pull this back over. Here they are. They look awesome on mobile too. If I kind of scroll this over, this is how it looks on a phone. So it looks really, really good. You see, you go in here, you can see this one. Just made a post. And if you want to reply, just click there, post reply. Very simple to use, but it's super organized too. So right here, I have the challenges, the current one that we're in, and then the scheduled ones are here. And then when it's completed, it goes down here, and then the next one bumps in. So for the Christmas challenge, you go here, everything's right here. The videos, training sessions. First one is the 10th, 17th, 24th. If you have questions, create a new thread in the forum section. I'll help you out. Just way more organized. And the fact that I can have completed ones listed down here and grow this part enormously is awesome. So that's what it looks like. Thank you for watching. You know, I can't wait to get the challenge started. I think it's going to be the best way to do this is on my forums. Instead of trying to run them in individual groups, it was just getting too clunky and I had too many groups going. So I had notifications would come in and I'd miss some people and I'd feel really bad about it. And then it'd be like, well, you didn't respond to me. And I'm like, oh crap, I missed that notification. So my notification bar on Facebook just goes nuts. And I wanted to fix that and I want to make sure that people get the attention that they're paying for. So I can't wait to get this started. So now I had a little teaser too before, but I'm going to pretend the credits are rolling here. You know, we're basically done. Maybe Star Wars style. I couldn't figure out how to do a video of it, but I'm just going to post that. I want to see if anybody gets this reference. So you're still here? It's over. Go home. Go. Chicka, chicka, chicka. Oh, I'm crazy. It's kids are back at school. I got my home office to myself. I'm loving it. Okay, fine. Since you're still here, I've got one more thing for you. And this is totally optional. But if you want to learn more about it, stick around. So that's cool. Did you know that I also offer one-on-one coaching? I do. It's pretty awesome. It's totally customized to you. But it is literally 100 times more expensive than the monthly membership. Okay. And the challenge stuff. So if you're interested, I'll explain it very quickly since I have you here for a second. It's 6 weeks, 12 Skype calls, 30 minutes per call. I usually go over. I don't mind. It's customized 100% to you. I've got people that are doing print on demand. I've got people doing Shopify. I've got people doing Facebook. I've got people doing Google ads. You get unlimited email support, unlimited Skype text support. The goal, get you profitable by holding your hand, sharing screens, doing it together. Works very well. I love doing this too because it's a challenge. It's not for everyone. It's not cheap. But if you are interested, just send me an email. Let me know. We'll set up a Skype chat, see if we're a good fit. If not, no worries. We part as friends. If we are, cool. We move forward with the one-on-one program. And basically anybody that gets a one-on-one, I'll put you into the members only forums as a complimentary bonus too. So if it sounds good, awesome, good stuff. Now it's over for real. All right. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate your time. Go join now if you haven't. I'm going to see if there's any questions here, and then we're going to end it. I almost hit an hour too. I was trying to go 45 minutes. Sorry about that. Let's see if there's anything in here. So is Shopify needed? No, it isn't. You can use autoresponders. Like I like MailChimp right now the most. And MailChimp, it does have a separate cost, but it's cheap. And you can start with a free version of MailChimp, and then you just bump it up as you go. First challenge starts basically next Tuesday at 10 o'clock a.m. So if you're already paying for the premium, cancel that and shift it over here. All right. So this seems very targeted towards selling one specific item. Does this adapt? Has the same method been researched for other products as well? You can certainly sell mugs or t-shirts or whatever you want, take the same methods and apply it to that. I'm just giving you the best option that I know and the one that I make the most money on. So if you have somebody that's saying do this, do this, do this, and you're like, no, I want to do that, then okay, but why? Like, why would you want to go some in a different route? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. You can, I mean, apply all the methods to whatever products you want, but just go with what works. Like, stop trying to reinvent the wheel, is my opinion on that one. Once I sign up, will I receive login information in my email? Yep, you will. If you don't, send me an email and I'll give it to you. When is the first session that we have to sign up beforehand for? Next Tuesday is the first one. And but the doors are going to close on this too. I'm not leaving this open forever. All right. Another question. I got in. Oh, cool. Right on. Awesome, Roger. Well, there's a lot of questions. Can you please share the join link in the chat? Will, forgive me for asking. It's right there. ppc-coach.com/join, which will take you to this page, which is your sign up form. And there'll be some boxes in here for first name, last name, email, password. Then you hit submit. It'll take you to PayPal to pay. Then you'll get an email and you'll be able to log into the system right away. So you get right into the forums. So no Shopify needed right away for this challenge, right? No, sir. No, or ma'am, I'm sorry. None needed. Are you recording this session if I can't make it? Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, replays will be posted in there. Where do we sell if there's no store? Well, there are print-on-demand platforms that I'm going to show you that you can use that you don't need a store. They'll provide the landing page for you, the basic sales page. Fun. Okay, for 101, how often do we meet per week? It's basically 2 times per week. So I try to meet at the beginning of the week and then the end. So just before the weekend and just after the weekend, because I want to make sure you're staying on track. So the accountability side of the 101 is the biggest aspect of it. And a lot of the stuff that we end up talking about is mindset too, because the technical side is not that difficult to teach. It's the consistency and the schedule and the taking one on the chin when you had a bad day or a string of bad days and you're like, I want to quit, or you launch something and you're like, I think this is going to kick ass, and then it flops. And it's how to deal with that stuff. And the key to all that is the schedule and consistent effort. And so me saying, okay, so you're going to do this, right? Yep. Okay. So by the next call, you have this done, right? Yep. Next call. Did you do it? Oh, well, I had to do this, that, and that. No, no, you told me you'd do it. So you have to do it. So if you're not going to do it, then we're not going to get anywhere. So it's kind of like your mom nagging you about stuff, like clean your room, and you said you clean your room and you didn't clean your room. Like, not in, I'm not going to be your mom, obviously, but it's accountability. And that's what really, I find a lot of people, they get really jazzed about something brand new and they dive in head first and they'll go for about a week or two full bore, and then they'll just lose steam. And then they'll start looking for the next shiny object. And that's where I kind of give them a virtual slap in the face and say, nope, get back, focus, get back in here, get your head back in here. And then when they do and they get through that, they actually do succeed. So yeah, it works very well. Um, so what do again, the money question about the campaigns. Basically, you can start small. So for me, I'll do about $10 per ad set per day. Excuse me. I have to keep muting this because I also have a wicked cough going on. So I'll do about $10 times 15 ad sets. That's 150 a day on the test campaign. And then the launch campaign will be probably about $100 a day. And then the scaling campaign will probably go $400 per day. But here's the thing, if you want to do a test campaign at a lower amount, you can do that. It's just going to take you longer to get the data. So if people say, well, I only want to spend like $30 a day or $5 a day, okay, you're going to be there a long time and you're going to move super slow. So when you spend less, you can do it. You can certainly do it. You need enormous patience and you need the ability to wait it out. That's all you need. So money just speeds things up. That's all it's doing. So if you don't want to move too quickly, too fast, or if you don't have the budget to move very quickly, very fast, then you just have to have more patience than somebody who does have the budget. So you can drop those budgets. You just have to wait it out longer because we want to give them about a $10 spend per ad set. If that takes a week at like $2 a day for an ad set, okay, but you're going to take like 5 days to get there instead of one day per ad set. So your campaign is going to take 5 days in the test phase to see if it works. So people always think of paid traffic as losing money. And they think, well, I can't lose that much. I can't lose that much. I can't lose that much. Well, you're spending money to make money. You're spending money to find those winners. But if you don't spend enough money to find the winners, you're never going to get there. So paid traffic might not be for you. You might want to take a free traffic route instead, which would be something like Etsy, which I'm probably going to do one on too in the future. So first class next week. So before next payment, will there be 3 weeks? I lose a week of doing nothing, correct? Oh, what? Wait, what? First class next week. So before next payment will be 3 weeks. I lose a week of doing nothing. Yeah, the doors open now, and they do close just before the challenge starts. So, I mean, there is setup they have to do before, but I mean, you're getting a lot of value in those 3 weeks for the payment. So your first payment will cover the first challenge. I don't know if that's what you're asking. But anyway, oh, somebody said, I love the Deadpool reference. That's awesome. That blows my mind because my generation uh, grew up on Ferris Bueller, and that's the Ferris Bueller ending, right? And then Deadpool put it at the end of his first movie. That one screen where I got the guy looking down the hallway and saying, "It's over, go home." Only one person picked up on it so far. I think that's awesome. And he said it's Deadpool instead of Ferris Bueller. So Deadpool got that from Ferris Bueller. So that's why I was considering the Deadpool one because it's more recent. Maybe I'll update that to the Deadpool one. But I was laughing my butt off in the theater when I saw that because it was hilarious. Because I've seen both. I grew up with the Ferris Bueller one too. So yeah, you guys got the reference. I love it. So do I need to set aside 300, 500 for Facebook ads budget, seeing $10 a day for 30 days? You do need a budget to spend on paid traffic. The exact dollar amount is going to depend on you. The more you spend, the faster you're going to move, the more you can test, the more you can hit a winner quicker. If you lower it, then I mean 3 to 500, you're going to be able to test a couple at that, maybe 3 or 4, and hopefully you find a winner. My success rate is still about 28% on my tests, so but 1 in 3 will be successful, and I know these niches very well. So, oh, I think I missed it. Okay, so let me know if you guys have any issues with the sign up form. I have gone through it and tried to debug it myself, but there's nothing like getting the general population in there to do it too. So if you run into any issues, just send me an email, ppccoach@gmail.com, let me know. And even if you can do like a screenshot of what you're seeing, then I can fix that or have the tech guys that, the support for those systems, I can send them the screenshot that you're seeing and let me know the browser you're on too. But it should be good to go. I believe I've nailed every bug because I've been spending the past like 4 weeks setting this up and making sure it works perfectly. So the way it works is you'll get in there, you go introduce yourself, you can go through a couple other things, and then you go into the forums. There's going to be a registration link in the challenge forum where it'll register you for all 3 of the live training sessions that you can attend. If you can't attend the live for those training sessions, no problem, because they're going to be at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. The replay will be posted in there as soon as I have it rendered. So right after the live training, the replay will go in there. And then if you guys have questions or you need support, you start a new thread in the forums, post it, and then once this challenge is completed, I will take this one and I'll move it down to the completed section, and then I'll bump the next one into the current one, which will start 2 months from now. So there's basically 6 challenges throughout the year, which is a lot. It'll keep you guys very, very busy. I'm basically handing you my business blueprint on how I do print on demand. So if you want to take it and tweak it and adjust it to different products, so be it. I mean, go for it. But if you want to just follow it and follow what I do, you might get there a little bit quicker. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, oh, here we go. There's a TV show, Limitless, that had one episode that had that exact ending, breaking the fourth wall. Yeah. Limitless, the TV show or the movie? Because I know there's a movie too, but I can't remember. Anyway, I'm glad you guys got that reference because I thought it was a neat way to kind of introduce the one-on-one to you guys too. So one-on-one's not for everybody. You can certainly get a lot of value out of the challenges that we're doing and that we will be doing throughout the year. And I think I solved the mystery of how to retain members and keep people happy. And that just means constantly challenging them, really. So the challenge name serves two purposes. I'm challenging you to take action, and I'm challenging myself to stay invested as well and provide you with enough value so that we keep you on as members basically forever. That's my goal. Keep you happy, keep you as members, get you profitable. I've got a lot of goals. Anyway, I'm going to go hobble over to the kitchen and make a sandwich. You guys have a great day. I look forward to working with you and everybody who's joined so far. I do see a couple in there. We will talk soon right in the forums, and I'm going to end it now. Thank you. See you later.